your end, Shannon, you good? All right, Coach, we'll start with Northeast State, and then we'll get to questions.
Yeah, I mean, an awesome environment. Really fun to coach against Coach Alfred, Coach Neal. I mean, they basically got me in the business. I started with Coach Calipari, 0306 as a video coordinator. Went to Pepperdine for 1 year under Vance Wahlberg, who's at Fresno State, and I spent 5 years with at New Mexico with Coach Neal and Coach Alfred as the head coach. It's basically my foundational coaching experience, and a lot of the things that we still do now in our team is from those 5 years in New Mexico. So it was fun to coach against them. First time I've done it in a long time. As an assistant, I did a lot because I coached 7 years in the Mountain West, and obviously the Mountain West is a terrific basketball conference, and I have the utmost respect for the coaches and the league.
Coach, congrats on a strong first season with
Thank
the
you.
squad, and obviously heck of a trip for you guys to come out here. What was it like to look on the other side and see Steve and see
Yeah.
Craig? And I know Craig has Colin on your
Yeah.
side, and they admitted that it was a little difficult to come out with.
Well, I've known Steve and Coach Neal I knew him before I coached with him, so I've known those guys I've coached there 20 years ago in New Mexico. Time flies. So I've known them for 30 years probably. So it's just an honor. It's fun to share the court with them. I mean, they're really good coaches. They're excellent at what they do, both offense and defensive schematics. They're awesome at putting together rosters. They have for a long time, from Iowa to New Mexico to UCLA to here in Nevada. They do an awesome job putting together rosters. They do an awesome job of putting their guys in unbelievable positions to be successful. And they're tough to go against.
Yeah, what do you think of the way it played out? You guys certainly kept pace through the first 20.
Yeah, I mean, like you play a good team. Like I told the guys, there's 68 teams in the field of in the NCAA field. There's 32 teams in the NIT, and there's 8 teams really in the crown. So there's 108 teams left. To be in that crowd where you're going against guys that are probably all bubble teams or just outside the bubble teams, you're gonna have to play really good basketball, having 15 turnovers, getting beat on the glass with 11 offensive rebounds, and then playing in a place like Nevada is just a recipe kind of for failure. And but you give credit to them. I mean, they rebounded the heck out of the ball and they took care of the ball. They had 20 assists and 5 turnovers compared to our 12 and 15. So it just tells you a storyline right there. And we had to be much better taking care of the basketball, and we had to be much better on the glass if we were going to beat a team like Nevada on the road.
Coach, could you just speak to your guys for their fight? I mean, it seemed like really all the way to the final.
Yeah.
They were still fighting here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I give credit to the guys. I mean, the season's been up and down. We started out 16-3. The schedule was a little bit good to us. We had some really good wins. We had the best win in our league actually in the non-con against Akron in Vegas. So we had a lot of successes. We had some failures and we hit some adversity, and we've been able to bounce back through that adversity and play a little bit. And actually, our guys have been away for a week going into this because we played the Arch Madness tournament a week before, and not knowing what was going to happen postseason wise. They kind of had a week off. So we had one shoot around practice, one practice leading into Nevada, and then to play a team like this, we were going to have to be really good. And I give credit to our guys that competed till the end. So that was good to see, especially as we wind down the season and get to the second phase of roster building again. So it's going to be an interesting offseason like it always is. But these guys that were in the locker room, a heck of a year by them, and had a really good showing, especially the first half. But when you play good teams, you can't turn the ball over, you can't get out rebounded.
What do you think you've just learned most, about yourself coaching this program in its first season?
We're going to sit back and reflect. I know for a fact that you can't be one of the worst defense teams in the country if you're going to win championships. Offensively, I came from Creighton. I had 4 really good years with an offensive mastermind and Coach Mack Creighton. I ran all the offense the last few years with Mack as offensive coordinator. So we put our offensive footprint on this year's team. We're top 70 overall going into this game, and we're number 2 in the Missouri Valley Conference in offense. But defensively, we're not even close to where we need to be to reach where we want to go, which is championship level stuff. Win conference championships. We finished 3rd this year. We're first and second in the league all the way to the last game of the year where we lost at Bradley. But to take this program to the level that we want to take it, we're going to have to be much better defensively. We're going to have to be much more grittier defensively. We're going to be better on the defensive glass. If we want, we do want, and we will win championships at Murray State.
Yes, if you could just speak on, Cullen and what he's meant to this staff.
Yeah, I mean, I've known Cullen against, 7th, 8th grade. So I was in the gym with him, and he was running around his little kid, and I was helping him, train with Coach Neal in New Mexico. So between him and Bryce Alford, they're in the gym all the time. They were at all of our practices when I was in New Mexico, running around shooting shots. They're basketball junkies. Their dads obviously have a high basketball IQ. They're smart basketball coaches, and the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I mean, Colin helps me with my offense, our offense at Murray State, and his ability to articulate to our guys offensive game plans is really, really high level.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Coach, you had 4 players in double digits, and we talked a little bit about the grit. Your bench also had 23 points. I mean, can you just talk about a little bit more about that fight your team had even down the stretch when it was a little bit tough?
Yeah, I mean, again, they came out in the second half and kind of punched us in the face, and got some easy scores, got some defensive rebounds, but like to credit to our guys and credit to the guys all year long, they just kept fighting and kept fighting, and all the way to the last buzzer. Today, Nevada was better than us. Um, we have to be more disciplined with some stuff we do. Like I said, we can't have 15 turnovers on the road. And we have to have a little more grit defensively. But I'm very proud of the guys. I'm very proud of their year. Very successful year. First time in Murray State history, they've won 12 games in the Missouri Valley Conference since going into the Missouri Valley Conference. The first time to win 20 games as a member of the Missouri Valley Conference. So those guys, those locker room, and the coaches in that locker room did a heck of a job this year, laying the foundation to hopefully what's to come. But this program is built off championships. I mean, they had unbelievable history in the OVC, championship after championship, NCAA tournaments after NCAA tournaments. So the standard is the standard. So we have to get back. We laid a good blueprint down. We had some really good times this year, really good successes. We had some failures. We must keep getting better at what we did well and really fix some of the issues that are holding us back to taking this to the next level where we want to. I mean, the Missouri Valley Conference is not too different than the Mountain West Conference. I mean, the margins are very, very small. The teams are very, very good. And, this year they're both one bid leagues. Hopefully both leagues can get to a second AQ or a third AQ. And, the Mountain West had great success getting multiple bids historically. So hopefully we can get a multiple bid league up there with the Mountain West and have some successes and get to the NCAA tournament where we want to be.
And then, can you talk a little bit about how Roman did throughout the season? I know he was scoring as a freshman.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's a special talent. I knew that kind of going over and watching him play when he was over in France playing for Gravlings. I watched him on tape. I mean, he reminded me of a lot of my brother, Mike, who played a long time in the NBA. So 6'8", 6'9", versatile, can put the ball on the floor, can make threes, can rebound. So he's got to get a little tougher defensively, like most freshmen do. He's got to get a little tougher mentally, like most freshmen do. But his future is very bright. So he's one guy that we really want to retain in this offseason. So we're going to try to retain him. It's hard, because there's going to be a lot of people, a lot of suitors calling his representatives and stuff, trying to draw him away, like all of us that have good players at this level. We're going to try to keep him here and keep building on what he's done this year and keep progressing his development. So hopefully he's one of the better players, not only in our league, but in the country.
Coach, thank you.
All right, thank you guys.